Good morning. Today's video that I would like to make today is, and it is a very interesting subject, maybe I'm condemned for this video, is about Mars. I mean, आजकल everybody comes today and says the importance of marriage of Mars. Manglik. Manglik has become a very big fad कि भाई अगर आप मांगलिक हो तो शादी बहुत मुश्किल है, आपका मांगलिक लड़का हो तो लड़की भी मांगलिक होनी चाहिए. So it's like this Manglik, Dosh and Mars is a very huge business which people have made, and it's like, you know, it's all over the country, it's all over, even abroad, Indians staying abroad, everywhere. It's all about Mars deadly. Now let us understand कि आप ये समझिए कि if Mars Manglik Dosh is supposed to be in first house, पहले घर, second house, fourth house, seventh house, eighth house, 12th house. So that means it is there in 1, 2, 4, 7, 8, 12. 6 houses. 6 घरों में अगर मंगल है तो आप मांगलिक हो. Now Mars is more or less, it is in a house for about 45 days. So you multiply 45 by 6, so 6 5s are 30, and 6 4s are 24, 27, 270 days. मतलब 365 में से 270 दिन में जो लोग पैदा हुए हैं वो मांगलिक हैं. That means more than half of the population born, actually 3/4 of the population born, is Manglik. Now, so this becomes a big business. Now, if you are Manglik, the other person should also be Manglik. And there are all kinds of things which are put for Manglik Dosh. Mangal, and these also are Manglik. And even let chodo, sorry, you leave Manglik. People are talking about Anshik Manglik also. I mean, if Mars is in 11th house, it will look at the second house. So अगर Mars 11वें घर में भी है और आपके दूसरे घर को देख रहा, लोग कह रहे हैं आंशिक मांगलिक. Oh, it's very bad. Pandit ji says very bad, and you have to do a lot of pujas, and the marriage cannot be done. Now let us understand what a marriage means. If you were going out for a marriage for your daughter, or if I go out, to look for, even for my daughter and anybody's daughter, anybody, what would you look in a boy? Number 1, he should be fairly good looking. Number 2, he should be a family oriented person. Number 3, he should be a domestic peace loving person. 4, he should be able to reproduce, have the capacity for reproduction. That's very important. Next is, he should not be a wife beater. He should not be, too much of a person who opposes you or kind of hits you, beats you. Violence should not be there. And number 5, he should be able to earn money, enough money to take care, as per, whatever your status is. You should be able to take care of your needs, have a good fortune, and should be able to provide the pleasure of bed. Now, if these 5-6 things are there, now nobody can be 100%. Nobody can be extremely smart, extremely family oriented, etc., etc. But if these 6-7 things are there, especially I give importance to, he should be able to reproduce. Character-wise, he should be okay. He should be fortunate, and he should be fairly a person of fairly loving domestic peace and happiness. Now, if these things are fairly there in a boy, then why the boy is not good for you, for the girl? Now, that is what I see. That is what everybody wants, practically. Now, let us come to understand why, Mars astrology has progressed. Now, जब astrology has progressed, what we say is, when we do astrology, we have to do देश काल पात्र आपको देखना चाहिए. Times have changed. Society has changed. The way we interact with the world has changed. And therefore, Mars is what I always keep on saying astrology, as outside, so inside. आप भी अपने आप में एक ब्रह्मांड है. The cosmos is within you. The cosmic energy is within you. You are a cosmic energy by itself, which is born by a complex phenomenon of we getting old and the energy leaving the body, energy having correlation with various other things, and plant, animal, human beings, various other things are correlated to each other, and then again you are born or reborn, and kind of thing. There is a relationship of everything which is there, and this energy which is made has an impact of the planets. They're not, it's not that those planets come and impact you. Jupiter sitting there is impacting you, too much on you, or Saturn. It is, there is a kind of a chemical reaction which is there around you, which is outside and so is inside. So this particular जो astrology है ना, जो आपके हम दिखाते हैं, Jupiter, Saturn, this is all inside you. It is all there, as outside, so inside. So that's a little deviation. Now let us understand what Mars does. Mars is a planet which is an aggressive planet. It's a commander-in-chief. It is a planet which executes the orders of the sun. सूर्य जो बोलता है, राजा तो बोलता है, उसका order execute करता है Mars. Mars in Hindi is known as Mangal. Mangal is what? Good. भाई मांगलिक कार्य करना चाहिए, मंगल होना चाहिए. So without, Mangal can't be, a planet which is known as Mangal. Even in the Vedic, even in thousands and 10,000 years together, it is known as Mangal. How can a planet which is known as Mangal can be bad for you? It's a Mangal है भाई, इसमें Manglik Mangal है. It's not Manglik, it is Mangal. Now, how can Mangal does Mangal? It is going to do good. Now let us understand how the things have changed. Mars in Lagna for a lady in the previous time was, the lady will be very aggressive. She will want I. Her I will be dominant. That was not wanted in times, let's say even 600, 700 years back. They did not, लोग चाहते नहीं थे कि औरत dominate करे, कि औरत कहे कि मुझे भी ये चाहिए. What you call as woman empowerment. Today, woman empowerment is the thing. Even I've seen a lady who works, जो हमारे घर में काम करती है, एक वो कहती है कि I told my husband to get out because he was drinking, not taking care of the child. I earned my money. I bought a small house for myself, and I told him, you stay there. I am going with my child. So that is known as Mangal in first house. It is empowering a woman. A woman is empowered today. वो करेगी जो ठीक समझती है. पहले that was not the thing. It was said in olden times कि आदमी औरत की जहां शादी होती है, wherever the lady is married, जहां शादी हुई वहीं से अर्थी निकलेगी. She will die from the place where she is born, where she is married. Sorry, she is married. She is born, she is married, she will die from the place where she is married. जहाँ शादी हुई वहाँ से अर्थी निकलेगी, ये एक कहावत है. Now that was the situation of a lady. So where does Mars in Lagna today, where the woman says कि मेरे भी powers हैं, मेरे को भी ये चाहिए, मेरे को भी ये करना है, मेरे को भी आगे बढ़ना है, how does it hold good? It does not hold good. So Mars in Lagna, you understand? Nothing wrong. Now let's come to Mars in second house. What is second house? Second house is food, basically. Second house is your speech in terms of character. Mars in second house is very good for wealth. Mars in second house is also for the way you speak, basically, and the food you like to eat. In olden times, ladies were not supposed to be speaking. चुप रहना एक गहना था. It's an ornament to be quiet. It was told for a lady that you should never quarrel with your mother-in-law. You should be always quiet. You should do what you have to do. Your speech should be sweet. Does that apply today? It does not. You are not supposed to be, having आपके ज़मान में चटकारे नहीं होना चाहिए. You should not be, your tongue should not be so that you would like to go outside to eat, etc. That was not there. And second house is also the house of Kutum. Kutum in that kind of paripeksh, पहले के परिपेक्ष में, yeah, in terms of what we say earlier, was, a very big family. बहुत बड़ी family में अब रहते थे. So, you used to have a joint family with brothers, sisters, mother, all of them used to work together. You have to stay in a kutum. So, Mars, is a planet which says, no, I'll exert myself. I should make your own kutum ke saath, मगर वो Mars अगर वहाँ होता था, औरत को लगता था, why should I stay with so many people? Why shouldn't I have my own family? Why shouldn't I have my... Today it has happened. Today, where is the concept of kutum? Where is the concept of even 4 brothers staying together? Where is the concept of joint family? A big joint family. It is not there. So where does it hold good? That was a basic thing. Where Mars was supposed to be bad in second house and Manglik bolte the. Mars in fourth house. Mars in fourth house meant a lady did not domestic. She was exert herself with her, especially Mars fourth house is for mother. And Mars is herself, the so it's like mother-in-law. It's like with the ladies of the house, she should be temperamentally very good. Does that hold good today? Less said is better. Mars is also about, fourth house also means Mars, you want to have your own house, because fourth house is also for your own house. You want to decorate your own house. That itcha of decorating your own house. The itcha of also talking to other people. Fourth house is also, आप दूसरों से बात करने की कोशिश करते हैं. The itcha of decorating your own house. The itcha कि हमारी चीजें होना चाहिए. I should have my own things. That was important for Mars in fourth house. Now, is it important? Tell me. It's not. Mars in seventh house. Mars in seventh house. Seventh house is basically, it's the husband के aggression को. She should be able to take the husband's aggression. Because first house is she, the king, she herself. Seventh house is the opposite house. It was the husband's aggression. That she should be able, if the husband says, in olden days, there used to be beating and there used to so many things and there used to be remarriages, because seventh is also to a certain extent also for second marriages, relationships, etc. She should be able to, एक औरत को वो सब चीजें, now she should not have any objection to that. Now today, is it viable today? Does it apply today? It does not. So I say Mars in 7th house is also not important. Then I come to Mars in 12th house. Mars in 12th house is, a woman should not have the desire for Mars in 8th and 12th. 8th and 12th are both about the sexual energy. That is, a woman should not tell about her desire of having relationship, of the way to exert her sexual energy. 12th house is the pleasure of bed, and the 8th house is the way you 8th and 12th. 12th house is 5th to 8th. There's a relationship between both the houses. So she should not have neither the desire to have the pleasure of bed, and also not have the desire for telling what she wants, the way she wants. That's what it says. In today's thing, this is also fast flittering away. Maybe I'm kind of a generation, 2 generation, 3 generations back. I don't know, but as I see, as I read, today it is, a woman, a lady, a girl today is very clear about what her desires are, what her wants are, and what she wants. How is it important? So I basically debunk the myth of Mars as a Manglik, creating it as a Manglik planet. Mars is Mangal. The only way Mars creates a problem is to which I would consider a little bit, is Mars in 8th house. But the 8th house, depending on the Rashi which it is, that is important. 8th house is the headquarter of Mars. It is if Mars is in its own house in 8th house, like if Lagna is Mars and Mars is in 8th house, it is 8th house is the energy. It gives a spiritual energy to the lady, to the person concerned. So that way also is not bad. It gives you a kind of spiritual. But Mars is 2nd to 7th house. 7th house is husband, and a 2nd house from that is kind of also partially talks about the longevity. Longevity is on two things: the 2nd house of the wife and the lagna of the wife, of the wife's horoscope. So you have to see both the things. So only thing the Mars in 8th house can do is to create a little bit of anxiety in the kutumb, in the house. 7th house is husband. A kind of little bit of anxiety for the husband. When the dasha comes, the antardasha comes, when the right period comes, when the D charts are taken into consideration. Also, what Mars signifies: is it a malefic? Is it a benefic? You know, what is the nakshatra in which Mars is? What is the status of Mars? What is the bala of Mars? I mean, there are umpteen number of things which have to be seen before you say Mars in 8th house is very, very bad, the husband will die. It doesn't happen that way. So, you know, what you have to see, now let me see, come to an horoscope. What you have to see when you have to see Mars. Mars in Bhriguradi and various other systems I've seen depicts the husband in totality. So when I look at the horoscope for a lady and I see Mars, or I see Mars in her horoscope, is that the Mars should be strong. It should be like a commander-in-chief, an executioner, Mangal hai. It should be able to take the command of Sun. Sun is the king, and Mars executes. So if you have a good king and a bad executor, it is bad. So you need a strong Mars. Mars is inimical with Saturn, but Mars and Saturn together is good for a lot of things. Gives you a person can make a huge amount of money. May not be good for family life. So that also is not bad. Mars with Rahu, again, I would stop and look. Mars with Rahu. Let us see the other things which are there. Then you come to a conclusion. Mars with Ketu, again, Ketu cuts, it divides. You have to see that. Mars debilitated, where it is debilitated, that also you have to see today. In fact, one of the best combinations which people say, Mars with Moon, I say it is one of the worst combinations. It may be good for money, but Mars with Moon, people will say, oh, very good, excellent. Mars with Moon, Mangal Chandra Yog bana hai, excellent, bahut badhiya hai. I will say it is not good. Because when we do astrology, the first basic principles are very important. Important is, आप पहले जो आपको ABCD पढ़ाया जाता है, वो important होता है. What is Mars? Mars is fire. And this is somebody who told me and explained me in very details. Mars is fire. Mars is strong energy. And when you have Moon, Moon is what? Moon is emotions. Moon is, it goes with all the ladies, all the 27 nakshatra, the 27 ladies it goes around. It's like, you know, up and down, it's emotional. So when a general is put with a person like Moon with emotions, what happens is the person cannot be sure how he reacts and acts. Sometimes he could be very nice, sometimes he could be very, unpredictable. And that unpredictable nature may not be good for married life. So Mars with Moon is not a good combination, I would say, if you ask me for married life. Because married life is like staying together. It may give you money. It may make a person who is very quick at changing and very good at public relations, good at changing stands, good at making money, good at talking and just cutting deals. Mars and Moon can do that. But people say, oh, Mars and Moon is बहुत बढ़िया है, दो बढ़िया planets साथ में बैठ गए, अरे excellent. But no. Similarly, people say Jupiter and Mars is excellent. Jupiter and Mars mostly I've seen leads to bad married life. Because Mars again does not understand what Jupiter wants. Jupiter तो wisdom मांगता है. Jupiter कहता है ये करो, सोचो, हमें क्या करना चाहिए. Let us see what we have to do, what we should not do. Jupiter is about thinking. It's about a huge variety of things. It's about wisdom. It's about learning. Mars says I don't like all this. यार, Mars करो यार जो करना भी करो. Let's do it. Where have you to shoot? Let's shoot. Let's execute. Let's do it. Let me get what I want. So whenever Jupiter and Mars together, it never leads to a conjugal married relationship. And number of places I've seen. Similarly, I've seen people with exalted Jupiter having very bad married life. There's a reason behind it. Jupiter and Moon is very good. People say, oh, Jupiter and Moon is very good, excellent, one of the best things. But Jupiter and Moon may gives a Gaj Keshri Yoga. It makes you sit on a gaj. आपको हाथी में बिठा लेगा उस आदमी को. But it will not be good for married life. Because again, Moon is a planet which is like, it's like water. It flows, it is emotions. It goes with 27 nakshatras, 27 ladies. It's like, it's very different. And when Jupiter and Moon, both the planets of life, when they are together, they are both emotional planets, they're both thinking together, and they go and slip somewhere to create a scandal. I've seen most of the horoscopes where Jupiter and Moon together, I mean, you cannot generalize it, but I've seen Jupiter and Moon together. A lot of places, a person will have some scandal in his life. Jupiter and Moon together makes a person wise, wisdom. At times he can, talk. At times he can talk very well. He's a very good orator. He may get name and fame. Sometimes he may talk which is contradictory also, which is again, then he'll say something else which is also right. He becomes a good orator. He's known, etc., etc. Jupiter and Moon is very good, but not good for marriage, because both the planets, they're both going in the same direction, in the same kind of emotions, and in that emotions, वो कहाँ बह जाते हैं, क्या कर देते हैं, they will get into some relationships, and Moon is known for it. Moon is known for that. Jupiter itself as a planet, if you read Vedas, Jupiter there's a story which says Jupiter wanted to have a relationship with his brother's wife. So Jupiter always gives a kind of thing जो बाहर से अच्छा लगता है. Let us not, people optimize Jupiter, but it's for different reasons. बाहर का look अच्छा दे देगा. To the society, you may very, very, very good, very religious, माला फेर रहे हैं, etc., etc. Jupiter in Lagna, you see mostly people outside they're very careful. They will maintain a facade. In the society they are known inside, but you never know that there may be a relationship with a servant at the back end. I've seen it. Jupiter and Mars in Lagna together, or Jupiter and Saturn in Lagna together. A number of places I've seen it. Then depending on this Rashi and so many other things also. So let us not get into, let us not confuse astrology. Let us not confuse things. So just by seeing things which can give you money, fame, name, etc., and by two good planets combining together, you say married life is good. No. It does not give you good. Married life means staying together, being happy together. That may not be there. It may give you money, it may give you, but as I've explained to you. So my whole view with this, I mean, I can go on and on this and speak for days together. But my conclusion is, please do get out of this Bangal Dosh. Get out of this Manglik. कि ये मांगलिक क्या होता है, आप मंगल दोष है, मांगलिक है, लड़की मांगलिक है, मुझसे शादी नहीं करेंगे. It does not fall into this. And also get out of this whole thing कि जुपिटर मंगल के साथ है, जुपिटर मून के साथ है, मंगल चंद्रमा साथ में, excellent horoscope. No, it does not make a horoscope excellent for marriage. With this, I end my video. I am not a professional. Astrology is my religion. Any query you have, you can write to me at 9818733000. Whatever I get from this By, a lot of people come, they leave money, they leave fruits, whatever is used for charity. I use it for charity and for good things, and for the science itself. And this is my WhatsApp number, 9818733000, or you can go to my site, shankerstudy.com. You can write to me. You can go to my other channels and places where I put my book. I've also written a book on Rahu, which is my research on Rahu, which is available with Prabhat Publications. Those who are keen interest in astrology, please do buy the book of Rahu from Prabhat Publications. With this, I end my video, and thanks for listening to me. Thank you very much. Bahut bahut dhanawad. Bye for now.